Alright. Next day. Yesterday was 70, today is 50. Yeah. It's 9:45 and I'm back in the G-Garage. It's time to do some cinching up on this, but first I got a little project. Keep it a little warm in here on cold days. I got a little grommet thing. A little grommet maker, so I'm gonna add some grommets and make a little kind of wallish thing for the door, so I can use the little heater thing that my buddy Chad bought without it all just flooding right out the door. So yeah, gonna do that real quick. Listen to some news. There, I got my little moving blanket thing going on, and it's noticeably like warm walking right in here, so that's awesome. Alright, I was just pulling this guy off, and I realized I hadn't wired or gotten a wire for the coolant fan switch as I was reaching down to get the alternator plug off there. So what I did was just grab the old one from quite a while ago, and I'm just going to shrink wrap it and then put that into the loom. It's also grabbing some wires. I'm going to run some extra just in case for later on, should I need anything. Let's run some nice 18 gauge just through the loom before I seal it up, right? So I went to get the length on this, and it doesn't want to clip in all the way. It gets right there, almost all the way there, and it just will not go. You can see the hole and then where the clip is. It just does not want to go all the way on there. I was like, oh well, maybe it's because it's a OBD1 plug. Maybe I ordered OBD. Oh, so I went back to my old plugs, and these ones don't fit either. They won't clip on, and they're all exactly the same. I thought maybe it was that nub sticking out, but alas, it is not. I cut that off of this one. I don't know what is stopping it. I looked in here. I don't know if I'll be able to see without this, but yeah, you can see there's nothing stopping it in there. Just two prongs and a dead wall. So it's got to be something on the edge here. Something's stopping it. Alright, got the ground shortened. So I got this guy on here. I'm just doing a little bit of high temp cloth taping. Gonna get some stuff set aside. About to jump into the injectors here. So I've got them marked as to where, pulled them off, taped them so they wouldn't move around. So it's gonna be just pretty much cutting each one and then soldering them. Right, yes, so we got our map, we got our coolant fan switch, radiator fan switch, injector, TPS, air intake, got my injectors, 1, 2, 3, and 4 right there with my ground coming up the middle. So yeah, take that. Those are all done, good for depinning and ready for other things. That as well. Still debating whether or not to hardwire these or keep them separate.
I'll figure that out in a little bit. Up next, I got the grounds, which I have to do the runs back wherever they are, 1 through 5 right here. I gotta do these runs back to wherever I cut them down there. Yep. Alright. Kind of hitting a wall here. I got my 5. Go down the front side here. There's various VTECs and sensors. I shrink wrapped this old throttle cable. One of these from one of the old engines. I got a couple of these. I was thinking about putting it on this one, and then also on this cooler one over here. I've got another one. They're both in really good condition, so I thought, why not, you know? Looks appropriate. Squeegees on the back. No one will ever see that one anyways, but yeah, I got these 5 done. Depinned them. When I was shortening them, I wasn't paying attention to what wire was what, and so they were all mixed together and I couldn't separate them out. So as I depinned them, I separated them and got them all individualized as such. I started doing this because I wanted to separate these out, the coil packs, because I just did the injectors. It just did like an hour and a half ago. And I started to separate these out from these, and I started to tape that, and then one thing led to another, and then next thing I know, these are all done. So yeah, that's how ADD works. But I've kind of hit a wall. I've got like 5, almost 6 hours down here now. So I think I'm going to take a pause. That thing in cahoots with that thing has been awesome. I didn't even show you the best part. If it's really cold, I got it on grommets. I can just take it down. And even more. So proud of myself for the stupid shit that I do. So proud of myself, my dirty dirt day. But yeah, that's, oh my god, it's like 30 degrees warmer in here. It's crazy. Alright, anyways, I'm done for tonight. Back down here tomorrow for Sunday Fun Day. And yeah. Alright, so I got these guys. My tape fell off this one. Right here. I have them all taped right where I wanted to. That one's coming off too, so yeah, Harbor Freight tape, awesome. Yeah, so I'm gonna do these ones and then come back for this one. Just need to figure out where the I don't know, I might even need to throw it back on the car to figure it out. At least plug these ones in and see where I am in relation to this and those. And I still gotta run the grounds back all the way to here, which I was kind enough to block up with all this, so I get to redo this, even though that was nicely done. So yeah, that's where I'm at, so I'm just gonna dive in right into it. Alright, so I was just verifying my injectors for brown. Let's see, we got 3. So white and blue. Look for a blue and red. Blue and red. Number 2. Number 1. Yellow green. Boom. There it is. Without that one on it. Alright, got these guys all appropriatized. This one was always a little longer, so I don't know. This one is a little bit shorter than this gap, but I don't know if I made this one longer or this one shorter. So is this one off center or is this one too close? Dun, dun, dun. Won't matter anyways, they're all going to have individual wrappings, so Yep, now I just got to get these grounds ran back yonder. Guess I'll do that. Alright, so I just got all these run back, just kind of loosely down here. Very, take it off my stand here. It's kind of loosely hanging down. Got lots of extra wire. Got this other one from here run as well. So now I'm just gonna individualize these back to a certain point here, and then combine them, and then start working this loom forward. I got these guys looking pretty darn good. I don't think I'm going to be able to get a good shrink wrap up to here. So the 3 wires or whatever, it'll look kind of weird on a curve. So I figured I'd get the shrink wrap to about here or something. See what it looks like. But I got these 4 here, got all the ground wires run back. And I got to pull this tape back and then run it basically the same as this one. And these 4 back here like that. And then yeah, run them forward and keep soldering. Alright, so getting kind of tired. My back hurts and it's got rainy and cold, so I'm tired, cold, hungry. Anyways, this stuff is all ready for, these are the injectors in the ground, ready for sleeving. The parts of the other harness, which I have not even began to really deal with yet. Not really much to deal with, so it's not like I'm behind or anything. So I got my fan switch, my harness here, my injectors, my ground, my TPS, reverse, and what's the other thing? Oh, the air temp intake, top dead center, and the CPS and the coolant temp sensor for the gauge. We're all right there. That's all waiting to be sleeved. The VSS is here waiting to be sleeved. These are 4 extra wires I ran, a red, white, blue, and a black. Future stuff, I don't know. We'll see what I do with that. I ran all the wires, soldered them back, ran all the wires right here, so everything's ready to get soldered on as far as groundage wise. And then moving back to the rest of this crap. Coming back from the ground, I got this nice and back here, the coolant fan, or the coolant temperature, and the fan switch wiring, which will go back to the harness, conversion harness, right here. And obviously I've got all these guys. I haven't messed with these yet. I do need to re-depend these. I have these white shrink tubes I'm going to put on, and then clear ones over the white ones. Marking my wires just to make it look nice. Only takes a second. And I have 2 boxes of that, which I need to get rid of somehow. So anyways, my coils are looking good. Those are ready to power a spark plug. Like all of that. Yeah, come back in here. This is how much of that extra wire I have. I basically just kind of went like this and matched it to that. Why? I don't know, because I'll probably end up marrying these 2 and then they'll both live together and never get used. So, yep, that is that. I brought back my engine control temp, idle air control valve, and the evap wires. I'm going to continue to bring them back once I bother to take this off. I just don't want to get all sticky. Yep, and other than that, just continue to take off any remaining electrical tape, replace it with the high temp cloth harness tape. But that will be tomorrow. Hopefully get this thing done. Alright, I got these guys trimmed back the idle air control valve, the engine coolant temp, and the evap. I got them just trimmed back and folded right here. I'm going through getting rid of all the old electrical tape, all that sticky gross shit, and replacing some of this with the nicer just loom harness high heat tape. Wasn't sure about this stuff. It looks rather proprietary, so I decided to leave it. I'll probably throw a little black tape on there just for continuity, but yep, onward and upward. Alright, got this guy nice and buttoned up here. Got my extra wires just kind of hanging there. I don't want to do anything with them until I've got them through the firewall, just giving myself that little bit of extra. So up next I got to de-pin and sleeve the coil pack wires. Alright, got these guys, the coils, got them obviously de-pinned and shrink wrapped and sent back here. Got them nice and taped off and individualized here. And go ahead and shrink wrap them and then get a thicker one of these sleeve on there for up here. Yeah. Alright. This guy looking good. I'm not going to put the plugs back on yet. Just in case there's something I need to do. I just realized that I forgot to run these back to with these guys, so I'm going to probably end up taking this back off and then retaping that part, but I am ready to keep moving on. Up next I got the VSS. I can't remember what the fuck that is. Something. This is something. I don't know what this is, but it's something. Yeah, that's right, I keep forgetting about these stupid things. I gotta wire these. I guess I'll take a break from the sleeving and wire these up and then run these extensions. I was just about to do this and I realized that I didn't bother to number any of my grounds. Digging back where all these grounds go to, I think I'm going to be alright, considering they all go back to just this one. So yeah, let's cascade into that. That cascades into that. And yeah, something like that, right? Alright, I got quite a ways on this guy. It is mainly wrapped up. Obviously I got the initial ones and the coils right there, splitting off into the vehicle speed sensor. Come over here, the reverse, the TPS, the map, and the idle, or the air intake. Here I got the TDC and CPS and the coolant temp sensor. All I really have left here is the charge harness, the coolant fans, and the injectors. But yep, coming along real nice. Real nice. Alright, just got this guy nice and wrapped up. It's officially done. Done-ish. This one is done-ish. Just got to get a little bit of tape on it and then run back over here. I got to put the plugs back on. Yeah, other than that, I got the other side of this harness to do, and then wire harness is done. Alright, there it is. All of its glory. Let me go ahead and throw it on here real quick. Alright, this is my custom tucked harness. So basically just start right from back here. This piece lived up by the TPS and the TDC and the CPS. Ran those wires all the way back this way to the other ECU plugs. I have 3 extra wires, or 4 rather, just in case, the red, blue, black, and a white, that terminate over here at the VSS. This is the coolant fan switch and the coolant temp switch for the gauge. And along right here I got the oil pressure, the 2 VTECs, or the 3 VTECs rather, the crank position sensor, and the oil pressure switch. Running that same loop coming up the back of the valve cover, I have the 4 coil pack that will be going down the middle and terminating there. Coming along the back firewall here, Like I said, I have the 4 extra wires that terminate here. The VSS right there coming over here. I got the reverse. So this will go up to the top dead center crank position sensor or camshaft position sensor. And then shooting over here, I have the ground and the 4 injector plugs. They'll be running, you know, right down in front of it like that. I don't want it to come up in the middle and split into 2 series. So I want it that way. This goes down to the charge harness, which I have coming up next, and then the coolant fan temp switch should go in there right there. I actually managed to catch the guys on VTech Academy live and asked him, and he said that was perfectly fine putting that radiator switch right there. So, and then of course over here I got the TPS, the map, the air temp sensor. I'll be going off over into the thing. So we're gonna go throw it in the car, show you what it looks like. Oh, there it is, in the car. See it? Kind of see it. See the crank position and the VTech tucked. See how I got the like the 5 VTECs going over here, and I got the 4 spark plugs going in there. Nothing going in or coming out this side. Got the rest of it split off coming over here. I got the VSS right there. Comes down over to the reverse, splits off into the coolant fan switch and the charge harness. So over here it goes up to the map and the TPS. This also goes to the air intake temp sensor, which I have not decided where that's going to go yet. But we got plenty of room for that guy. Map, TPS, and I got the oil or the coolant gauge temp sensor right there. Yep, that's pretty much that. That is my tucked engine harness. Plenty of room for exhaust back there. Plenty of room. Oh yeah. Aside from a couple of small like zip ties or where am I going to keep these forever, I'll decide that more towards the end of it. But yeah, I'm thinking they're pretty damn good. Nice little tucked wire harness. This little tucked everything harness. I did a little bit more. Put a thing on there, and I got a little piece of metal bracket. A couple of holes filled in it in between the two. So this one's kind of hanging off of this. And both backed by a piece of metal with one bolt in there. And then I tightened that guy down and ran it underneath transmission cables. Like I said, I haven't quite gotten around to finishing all of that back there yet, but I think for now, air temp sensor. I think I'm actually going to put that in the bottom because I have got this guy, K-tune intake adapter, new sensor. I also got a new knock sensor, but it's irrelevant. Yeah, so gotta figure out if I want to put that down here, which I probably do. I mean, I gotta take all this off anyways. I'm supposed to be getting a better setup sit over here, but for now that's looking good. But as far as the wire harness goes, that thing is tucked, shaved in there, on there, onto something else.